We had two challenges, and the first, of course, was to build that studio, and the second was to take over a beloved franchise that people had already established a lot of loyalty to and love for and expectation for. Suddenly you have this tremendous amount of focus and pressure on your team and on the project, and an audience that demands excellence and has good reason to be cynical and doubtful about what's coming next.
But what became really important for us to be able to do was really to define what is a sort of binding theme and message that we can make sure no matter what we're doing and how we're doing it or where we're doing it, there's always a consistency of theme so everyone understands always what the Halo universe is about, whether they're playing a game or reading a book or engaging in any part of the universe. There has to be some binding elements that they're investing in. Being able to connect players or readers to a human element and that they're part of something bigger and that the stakes aren't just always humans versus aliens, but it's sort of a deeper idea of humanity. You know, 343 doesn't own the Halo universe. Everybody does. Everyone has an opportunity to contribute to it and be part of it, and it's an inclusive environment.
I think that when we think of transmedia in this business and in this industry, I think we think about it in a lot of different ways. It's franchise expansion, it's business, of course, it's storytelling, and it's a way to make your product reach certainly a wider audience than it might in the narrow confines of just the gaming industry or the console business as we're stuck in. But it's also a super effective communication tool. And you can communicate an awful lot of things through transmedia experiences. I
think what was critical for us was from the beginning to make sure that communication with the community was two-way. You know, we invited them in early on to help share in the process of building our studio, right? And you know, part of that meant for us being really open and honest with the community about the things we were struggling with, the things that we thought we were doing right, and the things that we weren't doing right, and the mistakes that we were making. And that had to be sort of a constant dialogue. Again, that idea of kind of getting people on this journey with us was hypercritical with the community. And you know, so we took a very open door approach, which was painful at times. Because we really wanted the community to be part of, hopefully, our success.
Think about a community as an extension of your own team with no volume control, no HR resources breathing down their neck for their bluntly, nakedly stated opinions, and no filter.
Yes, and check my Twitter feed.
Yeah, that can actually, death threats aside, that can actually be really useful. And it can help you and your team look at problem spaces in the product that you're making under a really big microscope. But I think if you're open with your teams, with your business, with your corporate overlords in some cases, but especially with your audience, if you make that communication as open as your digital rights management will allow, I think you benefit from it. And I think both the audience and the teams benefit from the two-way nature of that process.